My friend's PC needs a bit of help, and it's blurred out to save your eyes.
Yeah.
Let's help another friend clean up his PC in this part 2 of this series. Aside from being dusty, the PC was also running a bit slow. He let me know that one of the easiest ways to do this is to reinstall Windows. He couldn't be more right. I mean, seriously, the amount of bloatware you can install and the files that you gather up over the years is pretty hefty and can degrade performance. This is a very sensible and cheap way to see if you actually need an upgrade for your PC. It basically removes all the variables like a full drive from the picture to basically give you what your PC should really be performing like. Of course, I was ready for anything, so I headed over with my gear ready in hand, and let's see how this goes. I already knew this PC needed a good cleanup, and it hadn't been cleaned since around about 2015 or so. This is his PC, and it's looking pretty nice with their case style. It almost looks like an ammo crate, and best of all are these clips that look just perfect. Look at them, they're so cool. The first task to do was to clean up the PC. I had a solid look around his PC and I saw what he meant that it hadn't been cleaned in a while. The dust was everywhere as I expected. With this amount of caked up dust, I had to wipe it down with a damp cloth first to get rid of as much dust as possible. He was also helping me along the way as well with this. An easy job, it just takes you a little bit of time. For the rest of the dust, I busted out the trusty leaf blower, and I had disconnected all of the fans from the motherboard just in case. Away we go. I did this in short bursts, trying to blow as much dust away as possible. I would highly recommend wearing a mask as well during this part, as I didn't have one on me, and yeah, probably shouldn't be breathing so much dust in. But that's all good. The dust was clearing up nicely and it's looking pretty good, and the PC is looking a lot cleaner than it did before. The last dusting is just on the graphics card by removing it from the motherboard and physically removing any leftover dust from the fans that may have been left behind. For a PC as well, it's also good practice to replace the thermal paste while you're cleaning it up on the CPU and or graphics card as well. Now his graphics card I believe doesn't have any overheating issues, so it should be fine, and I didn't have any thermal pads to change for the graphics card. This is a good PSA as you can change your thermal paste every couple of years because of how dry it can get. I used a bit of thermal grizzly cryonaut for the CPU and it's all ready to go. Awesome, the PC is looking pretty good and a lot cleaner. The last stage is to just reinstall Windows. It's pretty quick on an SSD usually, and it's very easy for anyone to do as well. You don't really have to be too tech savvy to do this. Now some people might be wondering why I'm not using the inbuilt Windows one where you can click to reset this PC and leave all the data on. Sometimes I find personally that there's complications when the PC resets. I've seen it happen to a couple of my friends before. The Windows drive can corrupt or some of your data might not be there. So I think honestly the easiest way to do this is just to plug in a Windows 10 bootable USB and just go through it like that. Now I did ask my friend a couple of times if he's really sure he didn't have any valuable files, documents, and especially photos or videos that he needed backup. He said no, but I always make sure when I do this to make sure they go through all of their files to check that they really don't want anything. We're all good to go to reinstall Windows, and he was super happy with the new load times on his PC. It was a lot quicker than before. I also double checked his BIOS settings like XMP. It's a slightly older motherboard with a pretty basic UEFI interface, but I found everything I needed. A good practice is to make sure you have a restore point with a clean Windows install, and one before the drivers and one after the drivers are installed, just in case anything goes wrong. With all the drivers installed, I was pretty much done. Just a quick install of League of Legends to check that the game works, and unfortunately there was a slight issue. Whenever the game loads up, it locks on the FPS to 60, which is really odd. To fix this, you have to change the resolution from borderless to full screen and back again. It's a bit annoying, and I looked around for what it could be in the VSync settings on League of Legends or in Video Control Panel, but they're both off, so I'm really clueless on what this could be. If you know something about this and how to fix it, please let me know in the comments, as it's still not fixed and is an ongoing issue that I am really not sure what to do with. My friend's PC is all done, a lot cleaner, running a bit cooler, and hopefully a bit quicker with the new Windows install. Sometimes it's the easiest things, like a little bit of maintenance to help a slow PC, although if you do all of this and your PC still feels like it's a bit slow, it's probably time to look at an upgrade. That about sums up the video. Thank you for watching. Check out ystech.org for some more awesome content. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.